Petrobras P36 Offshore Platform 2001 Case Study Importance of Maintenance and Safety Instrumented System SIS. System Description. So, the process system involved. So, ang Petrobras po P36 platform sa Rancador Field, Brazil, was a floating production unit na nagpo-produce ng oil at gas. Crude oil at natural gas galing sa subsea wells ay dumadaan sa pipelines papunta sa platform kung saan sila na separate at tinitreat. Oil goes to storage, gas naman ay compressed and sent onshore. Bukod sa main system, may auxiliary system din tulad ng drainage, ballast, seawater at ventilation para safe ang operation. So, isang critical system ay ang drain storage tanks na nagko-collect ng wastewater with oil residues. Normally, isolated ito sa main process at ginagamit sa emergencies. Pero during operation, habang dinidrain ang EFT port tank, pumapasok ang hydrocarbon sa EFT starboard tank dahil partially open ang valve at sealed ang vent. Pressure build-up hanggang sa pumutok ang tank, nagre-release ng oil at gas na nagkakos ng explosion. Structural damage at flooding hanggang sa lumabog ang P36. Next slide po. Process flow diagram of the drain storage tanks. So, sa P36 platform, the drainage storage tank system collects wastewater with oil residues from equipment drains. Una, papasok ang fluid sa closed drain vessel, tapos dumadaan sa pipelines at valves papunta sa port at starboard DSTs. May pumps ang bawat tank para matransfer ang liquid either sa production header or sa production caisson. At vents prevent pressure build-up. During the accident po, ang starboard DST pump was under maintenance kaya only port DST ang working, resulting sa improper management ng fluid sa starboard tank at contributing sa system failure. Next slide po. So, the process flow diagram of the drain storage tanks at the time of the first explosion. During the first explosion naman po sa P36, the drain storage system handled wastewater with oil residues. Fluids first entered a closed drain vessel, then flowed through pipelines and valves papunta sa port at starboard DST. Ang port DST, mostly water and may working pump, pero ang starboard DST pump was under maintenance at vent block. Habang dinadrain ang port DST, hydrocarbons from the production header pumapasok pabalik sa starboard tank dahil partially open o damage ang intake valve. Kumbaga nagbi-build up ang gas sa ibabaw ng oil at water hanggang sa pumutok ang tank, releasing oil and gas na nagkakos ng explosion at eventually paglubog ng P36. Next slide po. So, the control system and safety system naman po. Tulad ng liquid level monitoring sa drains, storage tanks ay meant to keep fluid level safe, pero error sa readings at faulty instruments made it hard to know actual levels. Valves at pipelines controls also failed. Starboard DST intake valve was partially open or damaged at vent line block, causing pressure build-up hanggang sa pumutok ang tank, triggering the first explosion. Sa safety system naman tulad ng gas detectors at automatic shutdown work, pero ventilation dampers failed, allowing gas to spread and ignite, resulting in a second explosion, severe flooding at loss ng P36 platform. Next slide po. So, ito naman po yung mga figure outlines ng step-by-step sinking of P36 rig as documented by Wonder in 2013, and this sequence captures the rapid progression of the incident from fire to total loss of the rig. Next slide.
So, for the letter B is engineering practice and analysis. Next slide po. So, what engineering decisions were relevant? So, the emergency drain tanks or EDT, they were installed inside the platform's column lang, hindi sa topside deck when it would be safer. Connected pa sila sa high-pressure hydrocarbon system, so risky kasi siya na maaaring magkaroon ng overpressurization. Yung confined space, then, it made the platform more vulnerable and baka maapektuhan yung buoyancy and stability if may leak or explosion. Then, the system setup was too off. Dapat hiwalay po kasi yung EDT from hydrocarbon lines, pero hindi nila ginawa. Then, during maintenance, they even removed the pump, so hindi makapag-drain ng maayos and nag-accumulate yung hydrocarbons, causing the pressure build-up that led to explosion. Plus po, they keep the production running pa kahit na may maintenance at hindi pa rin kumpleto yung safety systems. Then, the safety should always come first, lalo na sa ganitong complex offshore facilities. Kasi even a small mistake can turn really bad. Next slide po. So, what maintenance practices were in place? So, may maintenance failures sa drainage systems, where are the level indicators weren't working, drain vessels were blocked, at hindi pa rin pumaayos na nakasara yung mga tank valves. So, these small issues escalated into something way worse than yung safety system nila is nag-fail din also. Yung ventilation dampers and yung seawater pumps, hindi po siya nag-ooperate ng maayos. Plus yung emergency drain tanks and yung valves were poorly kept. So on the top of that, walang sapat po na preventive checks or risk assessment ang mga personnel. So yung mga staff po is not well-trained enough for emergency. And also yung cost-cutting pressures made everything even riskier. So, ayun po, gaya na sinabi ko kanina yung failures in safety systems, the maintenance failures po, na naka-include po dun sa practices ng P36. Next po. Then the lack of preventive maintenance and also the training and human factors, especially those staffs na walang enough practices or training pagdating sa emergency. Next po. So, were proof testing and inspection adequate? So, the answer po is no. So absolutely not po kasi safety critical systems po weren't fully working. So, maintenance schedule po is not working. Then, the key checks po were delayed or left unfinished. So, no proper verification po for critical equipment, either leading to overpressure and explosions po. Then, lastly po is, were safety systems independent and reliable? So, the answer po is no, kasi there is a critical components po, especially po doon sa EDTs, the seawater. The firefighting system is hindi po siya naka-place ng maayos doon po sa mismong place, sa mismong P36. So, the mechanical design flaws, operational mismanagement, accumulation of oil, water, and gas. So, it involves the poor maintenance that incomplete valves, unmonitored alarms, and system were failed to under emergency.
Next, we have safety instrumented system evaluation po. Next slide. First is identify safety instrumented functions. The Petrobras P36 offshore platform accident shows how important safety instrumented systems and safety instrumented functions or SIFs are in preventing major industrial accidents. Ang SIFs ay ang mga safety actions na nakadesign para ma-detect ang dangerous conditions at automatic na ilagay ang system sa safe state. One important SIF on the platform involved high hydrocarbon gas levels in the emergency drain tank or EDT. May mga gas detectors na naka-install para i-monitor ang concentration ng hydrocarbon gas. Kapag masyadong mataas ang gas level, the system should automatically activate ventilation po and close isolation valves. Ang purpose po nito ay alisin ang gas at maiwasan ang dangerous buildup na pwedeng magdulot ng explosion. Another SIF designed to protect the starboard drain storage tank from overpressure. May pressure transmitters na nagmamonitor ng pressure level tank. Kapag may abnormal pressure na na-detect, dapat automatic na magbukas ng relief or vent valve para safely na ma-release ang pressure. Next slide po. Next, we have the gas detection. It is also connected to the emergency shutdown or the ESD system. Kapag nakadetect po na ang gas detectors ng dangerous gas concentrations, magsasend po silang signal sa ESD system. The ESD system should then shut down pumps and compressors and isolate hydrocarbon flow para mapigilan ang hazard. Meron ding fire detection systems na gumagamit ng flame or heat detectors. Kapag may na-detect na fire, automatic na mag-activate ang seawater fire pumps. Then, ang hydrants at ang sprinklers para po masuppress ang fire. And in extreme situations, multiple sensors can trigger a platform-wide emergency shutdown, meaning titigil ang oil and gas production at i-isolate ang hydrocarbon sources. Next slide po. Next we have is determine if they were independent from BPCS. Ideally, these safety instrumented functions should operate independently from the basic process control system or the BPCS na siyang system na ginagamit para sa normal operation ng platform. Pero during the accident, maraming safety systems ang hindi gumana as expected. For example, is the gas detectors in the emergency drain tank failed to detect the buildup of hydrocarbons gas in time. Kaya hindi na na-activate ang ventilation at isolation actions. The pressure relief system in the starboard drain tank also relied heavily on pressure sensors that failed during the incident, which showed weak separation from the process control system. Next slide po. The emergency shutdown system only partially activated, suggesting na may shared components ito with the BPCS. Fire detection and firefighting systems were also affected dahil ang gas leaks at compartment damage ay nagbawas sa kanilang reliability. Other safety protections also depended on the same sensors and control components used for normal operations. Kasama po dito yung mga high liquid level protection in the EDT, flooding detection system, ballast and stability control system, at shutdown of hydrocarbon processing equipment, which made them more vulnerable when failures occurred. Next po. Then finally, this case highlights the importance of redundancy testing and reliability. Redundancy means pagduduplicate ng important components tulad ng sensors, logic, solvers, at valves para kahit may mag-fail, tuloy pa rin ang operation system. Testing naman verifies the SIFs work properly under normal and fault conditions. Next slide po. The next is reliability, measures the likelihood that the safety system will perform its function when it is needed. Sa case na po ito ay the lack of redundancy and insufficient testing contributed to the gas leak and explosion that led to the loss of the platform and 11 casualties. Because of this disaster, mas naging strict ang industry sa safety system design, mas napabuti yung testing procedures at mas pinalakas ang safety culture sa offshore oil and gas operations. Next po.
So, reliability and safety impact. Next slide. How engineering practices affected system safety? So, ang focus po ay kung paano po ito nakaka-apekto and ang engineering practices po sa safety ng Petrobras P36 platform. Makikita po sa investigation based on the study na ang accident ay nangyari dahil sa combination ng operational problems, maintenance issues, at design weaknesses. And yun nga po, overall po, makikita po natin na mahina po ang engineering planning at system integration po nila, kaya mas lumala po ang incident. Next slide po. Failure type analysis. So ito po yung mga main causes: operational failure, integration failure, and supporting factors. So kung identify po natin ang cause ng failure, hindi lang po ito ang isang factor. Ito po yung combination ng operational, maintenance, design, at integration failures. So, ang maintenance po ay may equipment po failure at weak inspection practices. Sa design naman po, ang placement ng EDT sa support column ay nag-increase po ng risk ng cascading failure. Pero ang pinaka-important po dito is yung integration failure dahil sa mahina po ang coordination nila ng systems, nag-cascade po ang failure after the explosion. So in conclusion po, ang accident po ay mainly caused ng operational at integration failures.
So engineering improvement po. So this disasters revealed several problems in the system po, especially when it comes to safety monitoring, maintenance, and risk management. Dahil dito po, engineers and safety experts started to analyze the incident para malaman po kung ano dapat pang improve similar to accidents in the future. So one of the major engineering improvement was the implementation of more advanced safety instrumented system, or SIS. Basically, this system is designed to detect dangerous conditions such as leaks or abnormal pressure leaks po level. So kapag may na-detect po na hazard, the system can automatically shut down in a certain operation to prevent a bigger accident. Another important po is strengthening the risk assessment and maintenance procedure. Mas naging regular at mas strict ang inspections equipment para ma-detect po agad yung mga possible problem. So this helps reduce the chances of system failures. Aside from that, companies also focus po on improving the training of workers and operators po. Mas comprehensive na ngayon ang emergency response sa training that workers will know exactly what to do during situations like gas leaks or explosion. So ang main takeaways po for this case study is the engineering is not only about designing and building system. Important din po ang safety planning, proper maintenance, and continuous improvement. So disaster like this help engineers learn valuable lessons that can improve safety in future operations. That's all po. Thank you so much.
So here's the reference po we use for the case study. That's all po. Thank you.
Thank you po.